Here in the land of 10,000 lakes, endless winters, birthplace to Prince and Bob Dylan, home of Super Bowl 52, we demonstrate Insperity values in the Minneapolis office by...
Gotcha. So one of the best things about working for Insperity is that the company is very committed to contributing to the communities that it lives in, and that's been very important to me during my time at Insperity. I've been involved with helping our office with events like Habitat for Humanity and Ronald McDonald House, and taking time off for helping with scouts and coaching, and really taking advantage of the hours that we get every quarter for volunteering. So to me, that's a great part of Insperity.
In our office, accountability is important. We do what we say we're going to do, and we rely on everybody else to do the same.
Achieving goals through servant leadership and teamwork. Here in the Minneapolis office, sales and service works together to not only get new clients, but to retain our existing clients.
Perseverance through an abiding faith and optimism. Optimism that summer in Minnesota will last for 3 more months. Except it won't. It's August right now. We probably have 2 weeks. It's going to turn into Fargo in no time.
Hi, I'm Tony Zapataki. I am the district manager of the Chicago 2 office located in Downers Grove. Some of the core values that I stand behind and represent is a high level of integrity as far as putting in a full day of work so we can work hard and also enjoy ourselves and play hard. I think that's boy, what sets us apart? Well, we do know how to have a good time early and often while we're working, and get through the tough days together and have a lot of fun and celebrate when we win and pull each other together when we're having a bad day and get us back on track.
I'd say there's 2. Building customer loyalty is one of them. My colleagues struggle with saying anything to a customer, but yes, we look to find ways to satisfy our clients and to go beyond even what they expect, to find ways to help them, and we take it very personally. And teamwork. I'm very impressed with how everyone here thinks of the team first before their own needs, and really work together. A lot of it's based on mutual respect for each other, and it truly is a team to be.
Teamwork. I mean, we have a great team, a group of people here. We work hard and we play hard, and it's been just a lot of fun to be a part of this group and growing this office. So that's what I would say is the amazing part of Downers Grove. Well, for me, I mean, I think it's a lot of different problem solving that we have within our organization. I mean, we're constantly coming up and working with different businesses and business owners, and they're communicating different needs and wants that they have. So to come back with a solution that fits that need is always very exciting, and obviously helps us communicate how we're strong valued advisors in the community. I think the other thing is that we have a really strong leadership team here in the Chicagoland area. I mean, from Jim Dede to Tony, Maureen and Ted and Joe will be joining that team coming up soon. It just is, these are veteran people who've been in the business, and I've learned a lot from each and every one of them, which has been very nice. That they definitely spend the time in helping grow advance the different BPAs here in the Chicago market.
The great thing about Chicago 3 is great teamwork. We operate tremendously well as a team. We kind of help each other out. There's a willingness to share best practices amongst the team. We all try to lead by example for each other. Lead by example in front of our clients. We have great leadership in the office, both with Ted as our district manager, as well as Jim Dede overseeing the Chicago market. We work great as a team. We really communicate well as a group. And I think we operate under the highest discipline of integrity. We're all very honest and ethical people, and I think it shows in a lot of our work.
Okay.
Well, one, it's in Chicago. So great views in Chicago. We're right downtown. But I think the same thing that makes the other offices in Chicago great, just working with the BPAs, service team works great together, orientation, managers, just very big on teamwork here. So it's fun to come to work. Everybody's always willing to help each other out, answer questions, have fun, but we work hard too, so it's nice. I would say we're very innovative here. Not really recreating the wheel, so to speak, but definitely figuring out with clients or even prospects what they're looking for and what they need, and as a team, even including with the BPAs, with our managers, our directors, figuring out how we can meet their needs. I just think that we don't ever feel like there's a challenge that's too big. You know, and we want to help our clients. And when we have a prospect that, especially that we know is a really good fit for us and we can really help them, we want to make sure they understand what we can do. So instead of just giving them a list of, oh, here are the things that we do, we'll often work together to figure out how what we currently have we could raise the bar a little bit to meet their needs. So one of the things I love most about Insperity, and it's when I interviewed, I even got this sense, was the level of teamwork. I interviewed with Bob McIntyre. He was my manager. He's the one that hired me. And I just got a sense for that you were never going to be alone, you know, because things can get stressful, especially in HR. So definitely I've accomplished things with clients. Like there are clients that I've built relationships with that, you know, maybe we didn't have as strategic of a relationship, but I don't think that's just me. I really think that's our team. Just all of us working together, helping to figure out how we can create the most value for clients. So that's, I think, what I'm most proud of.
Okay.
But I think that's just Insperity, which is what I tell even people that I've referred to work here. I mean, I've worked at a lot of places, but this is the best. I'm not just saying this. This is the best place. And it's that teamwork and commitment that makes all the difference.
Well, we're a newer office. We've been around now for about a little over 2 years, and all of our BPAs kind of come from different walks of life. We have a lot of millennials, but we also have Wayne, who has been with us for 20 years at Insperity. So it's kind of interesting to see everyone work together and bring new ideas to the table. I would say that Chicago as a whole kind of follows all of the principles, but I would say the biggest core value that I see is the teamwork. We share an office with service as well. And the other day I had the pleasure of overhearing Blake, one of our newer BPAs, work with Karen Kavanaugh. And they were just discussing the daily things that she does and how she helps clients, and it was nice to see her just help him understand the process that service goes through with our clients.
Oh.
Wow.
I would say integrity, just because I've always prided myself on being very ethical salesperson, and that if I don't have the answer for someone, for instance, I'm always going to make sure that I find the right answer for them instead of just giving them a reply that I think is correct. So,
good afternoon. I'm Wayne Weiss from Chicago 3. I'm a BPA, and I've been with Insperity now for 22 years. Well, Bridget, what makes Chicago 3 amazing is basically our people, our team, and our office. We have a great mix of veterans and newer BPAs, and we all get along well. We share a lot of knowledge with each other, and we all have a common goal of being successful, and lots of collaboration. We're also lucky enough to have the service team down there with us as well, and we all get along really well. And of course, the view is beautiful down here in Chicago.
What is the best part of a road trip to Chicago?
Well, funny you might ask that, Bridget. Well, have you recently known that the Chicago Cubs are the world champions? And of course, we've had several Stanley Cups in the past few years, so you can see our Blackhawks. And last but not least, who doesn't like the Bears? Now, I think here in Chicago, we exemplify adaptability the best. Over the years, I've seen Insperity make a lot of changes and improvements and enhancements to both our offices, as more importantly our product offering and our services, and always making sure that we maintain our leadership in the industry as well as in the community. And of course, here in Chicago, we have to be adaptable, because one minute you could be donning a baseball cap, and of course the next minute we could be wearing a ski mask. But overall, Insperity and our office is known for its adaptability.
St. Louis!
Hi, I'm from Kansas City.
Okay, so in talking about the values of Insperity and specifically how we see those things lived out in St. Louis, we've talked about a couple that really stand out for us. One being the pursuit of excellence, and also how we use change and embrace change as opportunities for learning and development. For me, I know that's something I personally have experienced in my path with Insperity, and I think it's interesting how the three of us all have these unique but yet similar stories. So I just want to kind of talk through your perspectives on what that's been like for your paths with Insperity and how you see those values lived out throughout your careers.
I would definitely say the pursuit of excellence part of it, and not just from my personal pursuit of excellence, but also just collectively as our organization lives that value in the St. Louis office specifically. There have been so many opportunities for folks to move into different kinds of roles and play a different part and contribute at a different level, while yet still under that total value-based performance model that we have within Insperity, but also specifically in St. Louis. And I just know I personally have appreciated the opportunities afforded me because of those values that allowed me to move to a couple of different market segments and make different kinds of contributions.
So can you kind of just quickly take us through what your path has been with Insperity?
So I initially started with the smallest clients way before we even had business teams, but back with the small grouping of clients, the clients of small numbers, and then moved to core and emerging growth, and then most recently moved to middle market. So I've covered all three segments now.
And really even started before that as a temp.
Oh, I did start as a temp. This is true. This is true.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
And what about you, Amy?
Even one of the things I think that is very unique, and I think back when I started with Insperity, there was one market segment, there was one service team. I mean, that was it. And you look in, I've been with the company a little over 13 years now, and we have business teams, middle market. We have just in the St. Louis office alone, we have EEO specialists, we have strategic consulting services, we have mid-market service teams, business team, core and emerging growth. We have some sales partners from other segments of the organization working there. I mean, it's amazing.
And we support Kansas City as well.
That's right, that's right.
Right.
And I just think when you think about excellence, I think the Central Region is known for recognizing people who are very strong performers in their roles, and that presents an opportunity for other opportunities. And I think that's part of the reason we see that growth is there was a recognition, there was a lot of talent there. So what are we doing to tap into that talent? I think you're a great example of that.
I mean, that's definitely been my story with Insperity, is just opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And, yes, I've played a role in that, but that environment has really been what has, produced those opportunities. I mean, I came in as an HR rep, worked my way through the different HR roles, and kind of like Ramona worked business team and core and emerging growth, and I haven't done middle market yet, but we'll see. But then having the opportunity to even kind of take a foray away from service into a corporate role with EEO and really have a completely different vantage point, but still be there in St. Louis. And then to now be back in service, I mean, the opportunities really just, I think, are endless. And that environment has just become so conducive to that. I think it is one of the things that really sets St. Louis office apart.
That reminds me of a conversation I think you and I had when you were getting ready. You were thinking about applying for the EEO specialist. I know Sherry and I have had similar conversations around, there's a book that we like called Lean In. It's Sheryl Sandberg, she wrote it. And one of the things she talks about is your career path, instead of thinking of it as a ladder, think about it as a jungle gym. And I think in the Central Region under Sherry's leadership, we have that encouragement to your career growth doesn't always have to be a straight line up. You may zig, you may zag. It's respected to take a lateral move and try something different, move to a different segment, move to a different department, and go see what else is out there. And I think that's something that's very special about the Central Region as well.
Absolutely.
Hello, my name is Tamaya Wright. I'm an Insperity Payroll Specialist at the Dallas Service Center. My favorite thing about working for Insperity is how much you can actually see that they care for their employees, and they really value work-life balance. They actually give us a generous amount of PTO even when we start at the beginning. They're really flexible when it comes to our schedule, scheduling time off, and they also allow us time off to volunteer, which is really cool because I love volunteering.
Tamaya, talk to me a bit about how you went from being in the contact center, even here in Dallas, to your current position.
Yes, I actually saw the payroll position out on the open opportunities on Inside Insperity, and I was looking for something different, and I'm going to school, so I saw the payroll position out there, and I looked at the job description, and I was like, I think I may be able to do that. And just being in the Dallas Service Center, how you are really close to other people, I had developed a relationship with one of the managers. So I went to her and I asked her, I was like, hey, I don't have any payroll experience. I'm in school to be an accountant. And I was wondering, what do you think about me applying for this role? And she was really honest, and she was really, really nice. And she just told me, she was like, hey, we take your Insperity experience into account. So that really gave me the push to go out and apply for the position, and now I'm here.
I'm Joe Ellis, and I'm at Dallas One at the Galleria. The people that we work with at Insperity and the work we do for our clientele is fantastic. It's great to work for an organization that is top of the pops, an organization that does the very best for their customers and really best for their employees. The mindset of an Insperity client is very different than the mindset, I think, of other PEO's clients. Our clients are looking for somebody to partner with. They're an organization that really wants to grow, to get better, to be bigger, to make more money, and we help them do that. We are not a commodity like the other PEOs are. It's not all about price. And if a prospect is all about price, it's time for me to run. Well, they employ me, right? That's the first part. Insperity's philanthropical drive to help communities, not only through the businesses we serve, but through all the extra volunteering and the time spent helping other organizations, I think is phenomenal. It's never been, I've never been part of an organization that does it so well.
So here in Dallas, oh my gosh, we certainly do all the things that everybody else does, but some special things here are the CDC, and that is the Citizens Development Center. They provide jobs for people with disabilities. So we go there and we cook hot dogs for them, or we serve them pizza, and we serve them lunch. They are so very appreciative. I mean, it just fills your heart. They, while Ronald McDonald has a whole list of people who serve them, you know, constantly, we are the only people that serve these folks lunch. So it's pretty special for us and them. Also, we go to Scottish Rite, and that is a hospital for basically kind of bone disorders. They just started the dyslexia center, but so these kids are in the hospital's care, and we go provide a craft for them, for the kids, just like an hour on an afternoon, and it's just it's fun to see. It's fun for us to engage with those kids and to watch them laugh. The last time we went, this one little girl, it didn't matter what you did, she was so happy and so excited. Anyway, again, kind of fills your heart, which is the whole point of community involvement anyway. But the best thing that we did this year is for Hope Kids. So a BPA in Minneapolis sent this contact to our Kingwood Community Involvement, and they sent it to me. And so I contacted the gal, and she said, you know, one thing we've been trying to do with our families is a character breakfast. And we've got the outfits, but we don't have a place. And I went, whew, I have a place. We got a university room, and it can hold some people. So we had 60 kids with their families, because the point of Hope Kids is that they provide an activity for not only the child that is sick, and I'm sorry, they do all critically ill children, but also for their families, because if mama can't get out with a critically ill child, she certainly can't get out with their siblings. So they provide an activity for them to be able to do something to get out of the house. Anyway, so everybody here, because we had it here, everybody here was able to participate. We set up Jenga and ping pong, and Teresa Gatipi called and said, what do you think about a tattoo parlor? And she took it upon herself to go get the water-based tattoos. Oh my Lord, that was such a hit. The kids, the line was out the door for the tattoos. But people here took the costumes, grabbed the costumes, and so we were Easter bunnies, and we were Snoopy, and we were Supergirl, just crazy. So we served them breakfast, we had a craft at the table, they interacted with all of the characters, they played the games, and you know, anybody that was here, even if they couldn't stay for very long, they got to come in and watch for a minute, or go sit with the kid and do the craft. It was just, it was so far the best this year. I'm hoping to do a holiday party with them, or for them, this year, so we'll see.
Well, I'm Charles Hoffman. I'm with Dallas One.
Charles Hoffman, what is your favorite thing about working for Insperity?
I would say it's the people.
Okay. What separates Insperity from our competition?
I would say the people.
Specifically, what about the people separates us from, I mean, every place has people, so what's it about Insperity's people?
It's their attitude.
Okay.
All the way from the sales to the service, their attitude, their commitment, their ability to stop what they're doing, to help out a client when in need, their knowledge, and their really, I think the other big piece is the collaboration that we do internally and externally. But that really is a big piece. Wow, they do it in many ways. I've been with the company for a long time, and we've done things all the way from hearts and hammers. We all group together, sales and service, and then go out there and resurface, reface a house, to working with our clients and helping our clients become more successful what they do, where they're able to reach out to the community as well.
What do you think separates this office, the Galleria office, from another Insperity office?
I'd say definitely it's the Galleria Mall. We had to do a lot more shopping than the offices could do. But no, I actually, quite seriously, I'm not sure how much we are different than the other offices, even though we are, two offices are sharing the same floor space. So we have more people here. So there seems to be more collaboration between the individuals. And there's really very much of a team atmosphere here.
Great.
Hello, my name is Reza Paknejad, and I'm with Dallas One here in Dallas, Texas.
Reza, what is your favorite thing about working for Insperity?
Well, David, that's really hard to mention one thing about working here. But if I wanted to say one specific thing that I really like and enjoy is the relationship that I have with my coworkers, my manager, my DA, and our service team here in Dallas. There is not one thing that separates Insperity from other PEOs. I worked for ADP and I worked for TriNet. I'll go back to the culture part of it, not only internally for us, the relationship that we build with our clients and even prospects before they become a client is really distinguished in the industry. We really care about them, and we just want them to be successful. I have many examples. I don't want to bring them up now. But besides that, what gives me peace of mind every night and every day when I come to work is that our products and services, our expertise, our service team's expertise is really second to none. And that gives me confidence to go to the marketplace.
Yeah, so the Fort Worth office is great for us safety people. It's a nice close-knit family here. You got your client liaison, your HR, and you got your sales crew, so it's easy to intermingle with everybody. Everybody knows each other's names. We go out, we do group functions, so it's fantastic. And for the safety side of things, it's great because when I'm out in the field, I can come back with questions and get the right answer.
Hi, I'm Dylan Malone. I'm a middle market payroll specialist here in the Dallas Service Center.
Hello, my name is Lisa Ardanowski. I'm a middle market payroll specialist here in the Dallas Center as well.
And we're teammates.
Dylan and Lisa, what's your favorite part about working for Insperity?
I think my favorite part is, honestly, the atmosphere. It's an atmosphere where you work individually, but everyone else. We work on a team, and you come to work, and you know that whatever issues might come up, anything you've never seen before, you have a vast amount of people that work next to you that can help you address that and kind of guide you to learn more every day.
Yes.
So I just like the atmosphere and the teamwork that comes with it.
Absolutely. The people are fantastic. The teamwork, the collaboration, and how we're actually helping clients and making a difference in their businesses.
Yeah.
Can you guys tell me a little bit about what might separate Insperity from some of our competitors?
I can speak personally to that. I used to work for an Insperity client company, and before we were with Insperity, we were with another PEO, and the difference is truly night and day. Insperity does live their values, and they care very much about the client in addition to helping them grow their businesses.
And I can't speak from a personal level. This was my first experience in the HR payroll world. But I can say that what I've seen so far in the short time I've been here, the amount of care that comes from the Insperity professional, it's out of this world. And I think that's something that our clients latch on to.
Yes.
This better make the presentation.
All right, team. So, got a design meeting today. Went out, met with a couple new clients we just brought on. They're all under common ownership. So we've got Kraft. Kraft supplies the peanuts to Skippy. Skippy makes the peanut butter. Under Armour, they have runners, and runners eat a lot of peanut butter. So Kraft has the raw goods. They've got 10% of the ownership, overseas operations manager, MIA every day. Skippy has the finished product, 90% ownership, 100% turnover monthly. Profits are dropping rapidly. Under Armour, those peanut butter eaters, different owner, 100% owned by someone else in Maryland. He's out of the day-to-day operations. What do we think we should do, team? They obviously need a lot of help.
Well, I talked to the OSS yesterday, and she says all they need is a handbook.
This ain't Dallas, and this ain't Dynasty. This is a real life two-job working family. And I ain't JR, and you ain't Sue Ellen. We're just a